Hello there, YouTube. I decided I was going to do a top 10 action figures of 2018 as my first introduction to YouTube videos. My name's Ernest, or you can call me Juice, whichever. Ignore the sound in the background, that's my fish tank. And we'll get started with number 10. Number 10, I would have to give it up to the Zeta Toys. Oh, pick that up here in a moment. Now, most of these I just took out the package, so if they don't stand correctly, it's because I have yet to put them in a decent A stance to get them to stand up. Most of these figures also probably came out in 2017, but considering as I was deployed in 2017, didn't get back until 2018, this is going to be my top 10 figures that I bought this year. Hopefully my next video, if I do another one, will be a little bit better than this, as they are not all in screen. Anyways, out of all these figures, the ones I like the most is this one right here, just because I really like the way he looks. The color's nice, the articulation's nice. I actually took it out of the package, messed with it once, but I just really like the way it looks. Okay. And all four of those make my number 10 spot. And once I get the fifth one and combine them, they will probably be a lot higher on my list next time. For number 9, I go with this guy here. He's one of my favorites from when I was a kid. I had the original G1 figure. Don't remember what happened to it, but it took me a little bit to decide whether I was going to get this figure or not. But once I did, I'm really happy with it. It's got a nice weight to it. It doesn't feel cheap. A lot of die cast. I have not transformed it into vehicle form, as I got it simply to put on the shelf and leave it there in a decent pose. The only problem I have with it is sometimes the gun does not like to stick in the hand. As you can see, it's a little bit loose just from wiggling it. So every now and then I have to adjust it. But other than that, it's a really good figure, and I've got no problem with it. My number 8 spot goes to more Zeta figures. The first 2 of their aerial bots that they released. As soon as the next 3 come out, which I have 1 on pre-order, the other 2 I will pre-order as soon as I have the time or the money. But once I get those and put those together, just like the Bruticus figure, I'll probably have this on a higher spot next time in the list. My number 8 spot will go to the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Thing figure. I was pretty lucky to pick this thing up, as they came, the first batch they got in came and went, and they took my name down, said they would call me, and they didn't call me. I went there the next day, and I was able to get 1 of the 2 that they had left. Number 6 spot would be for this Articulated Icons Ninja here. As you can see, I also bought the uncovered arms kit, and I put my own little Repro label sticker on them there to turn them into Storm Shadow, which I'm sure many people have done. The next one I'll be getting will be the other Articulated Icons Ninja, the one in the black suit, so I can eventually have a Snake Eyes to stand next to him. Okay, now we'll be getting to our top 5. Here we have the Takara Tomy Masterpiece Sunstreaker. I got this guy, pre-ordered him while I was gone, and it's the first time I actually transformed him. I just opened the package for the second time just now, took him out for the first time, transformed him, and it's a really nice looking figure. I like it. It's got some good weight to it, got good feel. I'll check out the posability and everything later, but it'll look nice standing next to my MP12 Plus Sideswipe. My number 4, which this was actually a lot of people, could have been higher, but I have a few others that are higher for a better reason. But would be the Masterpiece Megatron. As you can see, I still have the barrel plug-in. I have yet to figure out how to safely take that off without breaking the barrel. But once I do, it will be taken off, so it will look like everybody else's. But I just had to get this because I have the Year of the Horse MP10 Optimus. I was never lucky enough to get the regular red-blue version MP10. Comes with the trailer and everything, Toys R Us exclusive. Every time it was in, by the time I got it to the cart and hit next, it was out of stock. So I've got this one, but whether I have the money or not, I'll probably be picking up the MP44 Optimus, and then I'll get my Autobot and Decepticon shelf put together. It'll look pretty nice when I'm done. The number 3 spot, I kind of have 2 figures here, just because they come together. But there's a reason that I bought this figure. The KFC version of their Not Blaster. I got this because while I was deployed, my little buddy Evan had brain cancer, and he ended up dying before I got home. So I wanted to get something as a commemorative to him, between him and myself. And I decided I'd get this because he comes with a little buddy. And Evan was my little buddy. So his little buddy's always with him. Just like my little buddy Evan will always be with me. And that's why I got this figure. And it is on the shelf since the day I opened it. Now my number 2 figure is one of my favorites from when I was a child as well. I was going through all of the other Jazz figures that came out. I decided this was the one that represented Jazz the best for me, that make toys. And I decided to go with this one just because I like the way it looks. It has a cartoon look to it, although there's a few pieces like the shins, the lights, which I repro labeled, sticker here, repro labeled, and just to make it look more like the Jazz that I remembered. But as soon as I decided on this one out of the 3 that were out at the time, now 4, I decided to go with this one because it looks the best and it reminds me the most of one of my favorite figures from when I was a kid. And the number 1 spot that I would have to say, which is not a Transformer, amazingly, would go to the Marvel Legends Wolverine. Mostly because this is the Wolverine that I remembered, and as soon as I saw it when they were coming out with it, I had to get it. I'm having a little trouble getting it posed here. That's just because it was on the shelf. Got a little dusty, so I cleaned it off, so I gotta get some more dust out of the joints. But this figure I would say is my number 1 just because it's really great. You can get in some really good poses. Move the claws around for however you want with the pose. And put a little bit of heat on here to get the ears out like they should be. But other than that, this is my number 1 figure of the year that I bought. So that's my video. Hopefully I'll get better at doing this and they will look a lot nicer. But if you watch this at all, thank you for watching and have a great new year.